can see Juno in the background way over there. But really what I wanted to show you is this fence. And I don't know if it's going to be part of the visible or not. But there is this fence here. And it is very big and round. Morning, Keisha. And it is all the way around this really massive space in my yard. Hey, Lisa. And we put this fence in 12 years ago when they moved into this house so that we could build a garden. And this was a massive garden to take care of, and it didn't go well or last terribly long. And throughout the years we've let it be what it is. So there's like raspberry bushes here, and there's oregano growing over in here because it comes back and it spreads every year. And we used a smaller space for planting potatoes and just some smaller things over the years, and then we just left it. And now no one's really, like, we want it to be something different. I need to kind of go after Juno because she's getting a little out of line. Anyway, and what I wanted to point out is that fences, boundaries, walls that we put up to take care of ourselves and protect ourselves are all really wonderful and useful when we need them. And there's nothing wrong with them. And then it's time to let them go sometimes and figure out how to let them down. And come on, Juno, good girl. Come on, that's a good puppy. Good girl. That's a good girl. Come on, good girl. We do this with ourselves too. We put up walls and we put up fences around ourselves to keep ourselves safe. Juno, this way. Juno, come. Come on. That's a good puppy. And it's good. It protects us at the time. But then it comes to a point where they're not serving us anymore because we want to grow and we want to expand and we want to change where we're at and kind of who we are. Not that we can grow into a different version of ourselves. And the old fences and boundaries that we put up, Juno, stay. They don't work anymore. Good girl. You stay. Stay. Good puppy. Good girl. Yes. That's a good puppy. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Stay. Good girl. Good girl. They don't serve us anymore, and we need to do something else with them. And this fence is something that we wanted to just yank out, but we can't because it's buried like 6 or so inches into the ground. It's been here for 12 years and there's roots and life entangled around it at this point. And so we're going to need to figure out something else. I was trying to dig this morning a little more and see how low in the ground it actually is. And it's low and there's all kinds of roots all around it. So as much as I wanted to be able to dig it all out, it's not going to work. And that's the same thing with things that we've created for ourselves and situations that we've made for ourselves. Can't always just dig ourselves completely out of them. Sometimes we have to adjust and go with what is and move on from where we're at. And we might have to cut this, or I'm not sure what we'll do. We'll figure something out. Lots of research. But it's that way with ourselves too. We need to be able to let go of things, forgive ourselves for what we did and the mess that we created for ourselves. Not that this was a mess specifically when we created it, because it had purpose at the time, and that's kind of my point as well. Like, our fences and our boundaries, and where we feel safe and where we don't, it all has a purpose. It had a purpose at some point in our life. It was serving us, and then we get to a point where it isn't anymore, and we need to figure out what to do with where we're at right now. And so some of this fence is actually burnt because we were burning to kind of just start over in here and let the grass grow, which is doing it quite well. And some of the fence is cut, and we have to do that with things in our lives. We have to burn some things, we have to cut some things, to just let some things go and be and work with what's in front of us. And always there's forgiveness for ourselves and the situation and anyone else who was in there with us. And then we get to create new boundaries for ourselves, where we feel good and safe to allow life and ourselves and everyone else to be or not. And we're always adjusting and growing and changing around that, and to have some grace for ourselves and allowance of all of that. And there's healing that can be done, and it's a really beautiful thing to be able to know about and to say, yes, I want that, and then ask for help if we need it. And sometimes things are so deep, like this right here, that we need to do extra special work with it in order to get it taken care of. And like this fence, it's not going to go away. There's going to be pieces of it probably here forever. And that's what our life is. We can't just completely walk away from something. We carry parts of it with us throughout our lives. It's shaped us. It's made us who we are. And we get to honor and celebrate that. So, I'm going to let this be where it is right now, and wish you a really beautiful day, because look at all this green, and it's warm out. So, wishing you a fantastic day, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.